pal, let's go into the unknown. Yo, what is up there, guys of the Wiz, back at it again with another Kingdom Hearts video discussion right here, right now. So let's get right to it. Alright, with the 20th anniversary slowly approaching, my Kingdom Hearts brain is shifting back into maximum overdrive with whatever could be revealed, whether it's a Disney Plus show or the next Kingdom Hearts game. There's an elephant in the room that I just can't stop thinking about when it comes to the future of the Kingdom Hearts series, and it's the inevitable Frozen 2 world that will make its appearance. Whoa, wait a minute, why is Frozen 2 inevitable? Well, it's quite simple, really. It's because it's Frozen. Are you kidding me right now? Frozen is one of Disney's biggest IPs. The word Frozen gets people's attention, and while it's a world like many of the other Disney movies that I think could work out well with the Kingdom Hearts series, it's one that I'm sadly, unfortunately, not really getting myself hyped for a couple of reasons. One of them being that bad taste that I got from Kingdom Hearts 3. Everyone knows Arendelle. Well, how dare they call it Arendelle? It should have been called the Northern Mountains, but it was a world that stuck out for a lot of people and not for good reasons. Like separating Sora from the main cast of the world. Oh my god, you know what I'm just realizing right now? Sora and the crew only talked to Elsa once. Only once throughout the entire level? Bro, that's what's going on over here. I mean, the world design just felt so repetitive with the whole going up the mountain thing. It just felt really lackluster for some reason. Well, Nomura did say that Frozen did have one of the most guidelines to follow throughout all of the world, so I can't really blame Square too much, as I'm sure they had some really cool ideas, like maybe Elsa was supposed to turn into that giant wolf heartless monster, or maybe the whole cavern thing that we had with Larxene was actually supposed to be from Elsa, or maybe that was going to be a part of her ice castle, something along those lines. But seeing as how this is Frozen, you got to remember, it's Frozen, ladies and gentlemen, it's understandable why Disney was so strict with this property in particular. So you can understand why I'm a bit skeptical for Frozen 2's inevitable arrival, which is kind of a shame because this movie has some really interesting elements that could play in nicely with the current Kingdom Hearts storyline. First off, Elsa and Anna are princesses of hearts, so there's something that we could definitely work with there. Not to mention, there's also the voice that Elsa hears calling to her. Perhaps there will also be a voice calling out to Sora or Kairi, whichever ends up going to this world. Maybe it's Master Ava. Could she be lurking about? And not to mention, there's also this whole plot point of water containing memories. We do know how important memories play in the Kingdom Hearts series, so perhaps they find like a puddle or an ice sculpture of something that might give them a clue or hint to that of the Masters of Masters, or even the Foretellers, as these are people from ancient times. And learning the truth from the past was a major plot point as well in this movie. Elsa basically sacrificing herself for the truth. So, you know, how far are you willing to go, Kairi or Sora? Man, I don't know who I want to see in this world more. Do I want to see Kairi or do I want to see Sora? Well, seeing as how Kairi is a princess of heart, I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards Kairi. Not to mention, you know, Kairi does have those foggy memories from her childhood. Now, while there are elements that can play into the Kingdom Hearts lore, I'm just worried about how are they going to execute it. Will it be teamwork makes the dream work, or will we just be doing our own thing with the movie taking place in the background? And I say this because there's a very pivotal point in this movie where I can see us having a bit of a repeat of Kingdom Hearts 3's Frozen World, and that moment is none other when Elsa basically pushes Anna away to keep her from danger and so that she can venture out on her own, leaving us with our two main characters of the story being separated. Kinda like how it was in Frozen 1 in the Kingdom Hearts 3 world. So the question ends up being, what will become of Sora or Kairi? Would we stick with Anna? Would we stick with Elsa? Or will we fall into our own story and eventually bump back into Anna and Elsa for the grand finale? Heck, it doesn't even have to be Elsa that necessarily separates us. It could be the mist from the forest or the wind spirit that does something like right in the very beginning. Now listen, doing our own thing might not be that bad, but I don't know about you guys, but when I enter a Disney world, my favorite part is taking the journey with the cast of the Disney world. I want Sora and crew to be a part of the movie, feel like they kind of contributed, they belong, kind of like the Mulan world. The Mulan world is probably one of my favorite worlds throughout the entire Kingdom Hearts story because of how much Sora gets involved with Mulan and her journey eventually leading to saving China. To me, Sora felt like he really was a part of the story. I mean, it is entirely possible that they could switch it around and maybe have everyone go throughout the journey together, but the way we saw how Frozen was treated in Kingdom Hearts 3, and not to mention there isn't really a main type of bad guy villain. There is, but kind of not really. It was just like from the past. So that makes me think that like Square Enix is probably gonna come up with their own little shtick, maybe fight some evil spirit or something along those lines. Kind of like how they did with most of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3, where they just kind of end up creating their own heartless monster. And it doesn't really help that Kingdom Hearts is just becoming more and more popular, getting that recognition. Hey, Sora's in Smash, baby, you know what I'm saying? The more Disney will probably be getting more and more involved with the series. But hey, hold on, aside from the whole being separated thing, this also could be a fun world. You already know the world would look absolutely stunning with its foresty landscapes and all its leaves. Hey, maybe we could have Elsa as a party member for a little bit, seeing as how she's grown to be more confident and, you know, a little bit more loose using her powers since the first movie, where it kind of made sense that she wasn't really a party member since she was scared to use her powers. That was like her big shtick in the first movie. Not sure about Anna though, seeing as how they made it very clear that a shovel couldn't hurt a Heartless. Flynn Rider just be in the background, hold on to my frying pan. But fighting the spirits like the wind and the earth giants can be pretty fun. Or heck, I could see them maybe making the fire salamander spirit an actual party member instead of Elsa. They did it with Marshmallow, so you know, why not? So pretty much to kind of sum it all up, Frozen 2 could make for a magnificent, awesome world, but at the same time, it could be really mediocre, and I'm just kind of keeping expectations low this time, which kind of sucks because believe it or not, Frozen was my most hyped and anticipated world for Kingdom Hearts 3, and boy, did I play myself. I can't believe it. Hey, we had Marshmallow as a party member. Bro, I didn't care about Marshmallow. When you think of Frozen, is Marshmallow what you think of? No. I just want, you know, this world to be treated nicely. Don't make the main characters in this world side characters, you know what I'm saying? Or don't make Sora the side character. Honestly, if Square is able to do what they want to do, then I think we'll be fine. But if Disney's going to be meddling too much in this, it's going to be a world that I'm not really looking forward to that much. But, you know, hopefully Square Enix will come through and Frozen 2 will make for a good time. So, guys, that's basically it for this video. There's not really much else I can say. Guys, what I want to know in the comment section below is, you know, hey, Frozen 2, will it be in the next Kingdom Hearts game? Duh, I don't even really need to ask you that. But how about this? Would you be excited for Frozen 2? And do you think it'll play out kind of like in Kingdom Hearts 3, or do you think, you know, maybe they'll take all the criticism and kind of work around it to make it the best world it could possibly be? So leave all your comments in the comment section below, and if you like the video, make sure to give it a big massive thumbs up, as it helps me and the channel out quite immensely. So until next time, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say bye, pal. We'll see ya real soon.